I wasn't prepared for what I was about to see.
It literally took my breath away.
I couldn't hold back the tears.
I felt like I had to do something.
I've never seen a school like Joyland. As children's ministry specialist for the Assemblies of God, Debbie and I started KidLink International because we believe in linking kids to Christ spiritually, emotionally, and physically. I'll never forget the time that we went into Kisumu, Kenya, going into the schools, thousands of kids, and giving an altar call and seeing many kids come to the Lord, going in and doing a kids crusade in a squatter's village across from the Bible college. Over 5,000 kids, seeing over 3,000 kids give their life to the Lord. And we were touched at what God was doing. But I got a call asking if I would come and visit a school, a special school called Joyland. It's a school for the mentally and physically challenged kids. And I said, yeah, I'd love to come. And as we got to the school, Debbie and I and the kids, JJ and Sadie, we went in, waited in the hall for the children to come. And as the principal rang the bell, I wasn't ready for what was about to happen. Because all of a sudden I saw kids coming from everywhere. Some being pushed in the few wheelchairs they had. But it was the kids that came crawling in the dirt, in the grass, because they did not have wheelchairs, they didn't have crutches. To see them crawl in and to see even some of the mentally challenged people pushing those that were physically in need, and seeing these 242 kids gather in this room. And then before I got a chance to entertain for them and to speak to them, they began to sing for me. The joy of the Lord is in my life. The joy of the Lord makes me smile. And I got to tell you that it took my wife's breath away. Sadie just couldn't control the tears. And as we watched them minister to us, I had a chance to minister back to them. But I was challenged at the fact that they need wheelchairs, they need crutches, and then to walk out over to their therapy pool and see that it was empty, no water. And I said to the principal, I said, Arthur, why is there no water in this pool? And he said, Jay, we haven't had running water for 18 years. He said, we are in desperate need of a water well. Well, I can tell you, to stand there and have my son look and say, Dad, we've got to do something. And that's what this is all about. To realize this school that ministers the way God says to never forget the orphans, never forget them and give them what they need. You know, I'm used to the mass crowds and many people getting saved, but I believe that we also need to take care of the one or the two or the 242 that need to be touched physically. So right now, we need a water well. Not only do we need the water well, but we need also to have it set up so they have solar, because electricity is very hard to get. But to have solar and to have a 20,000 reserve water tank, and then to be able to take the piping into the bathrooms that have not had running water for 18 years. You see, we want to give them not only a spiritual touch, but we want to touch them physically. We want to be able to give them wheelchairs and crutches. But most of all, they have the living water of Jesus Christ in that school that was started many years ago by the Salvation Army. But we want to also give them physical water so that they can live and they don't have to walk 3 or 4 miles every single day to get water. Thanks for letting me share with you about one of the greatest schools I've ever seen, Joyland. Remember, we can change their life. Let's touch the future by what we do.
Thank you, Calvary Church.